Evaluation is the last stage of APIE, and it's a silent station, and it takes 15 minutes. It can be a discharge or transfer letter. Evaluation. This is how the document comes, the paperwork evaluating care. There's a note to candidate, and the documentation should be to NMC standard. You have access to your assessment, planning, and implementation documentation. If not, please ask. Please complete the discharge summary to accompany the patient home to ensure she has a safe discharge document to go home with. In order, there is a full accurate picture of the patient's history and needs. Complete all section. So the scenario we can on: a patient has been admitted on ward A for orthopedics for over a week following internal fixation of fractures left neck of femur. She has been assessed by the physio and occupational health teams and discharged from their care. She has been given a stick to mobilize and is being discharged on the oral analgesia she has been on while in inpatient. Assume it is today and the time is 1600. Your assessments and implementation and planning papers, you're going to, when you open the transfer letter page, complete each section in full. Put the patient's detail, that's the full name, date of birth, hospital number. Clearly, this reason for initial admission and subsequent diagnosis. That's why was she admitted and what was the diagnosis. Then the next column you're filling is the date of admission. You have to write the date of admission of the patient. The next column is identify the main nursing needs addressed during the patient's stay in the hospital. For example, Jenny experienced pain related to hip fracture. Jenny experienced anxiety. Jenny had low mood. Okay, the next column outline the nursing care provided to meet the identified needs. So all the nursing care you wrote down in your planning station, you have to write them down here, such as the nurse monitored Jenny's observation, including temperature, pulse, respiration, blood pressure, and escalated when necessary. The nurse referred Jenny to the pain management team and occupational health therapist. The nurse administered prescribed analgesia. Then the next column is going to be outline the patient's current ability to self-care based on the person's care plan. What are this is where you're going to write the self-care, what the patient can do himself when he goes home. Jenny, or when he was in the hospital, what are the things the patient could do? Jenny verbalized understanding of the procedure. Jenny was able to use his relaxation techniques correctly. Jenny consented to referral to the multidisciplinary team. These are the type of self-care that can be used. Now the next column is document the patient's allergies and associated reaction. So at this point, you will go back to your assessment or your implementation. That is where you're going to check the allergy. Check for the allergy. If there is any allergy, you write probably is allergic to medication. You write, for example, penicillin. Write penicillin, and you must state the reaction. How does the patient react? If it is latex, write. If it is any food, write the type of allergy, and you must state the reaction. Now the next column is list areas identified for health education. Now all the education you gave Jenny during her stay in the hospital, you have to give it to her. You have to write it down. Jenny was educated on the use of proper use of a medication. Jenny was educated on the use of aids. Jenny was educated on follow-up of her care. So, and the next thing you're going to do, next column, date and time of transfer. That's where you have to use it. The dates you're writing the exam, or the dates you are practicing or you're rehearsing, and the time that is on the scenario. Make sure you write the time that was given to you on the scenario. And the last thing you do is to print your name and sign and dates. And that is the end of evaluation stage. You know, evaluation is like the simplest in APIE, but it's also easy to fail if you do not if you do not follow the instructions given. So this is the end of APIE. Thank you for watching all the videos. If you enjoyed this video, kindly share with your friends and kindly subscribe to my channel.